Hello everybody, my name is Katie. I'm the Introverted Reader, and today I do have a book related video for you today, and that is a review for The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williamson. This was actually our March book of the month for the Introverted Reader book club, and it's basically about it's a bit hard to explain, but I'll just read you the synopsis on the back. 2 boys, 2 secrets. David Piper has always been an outsider. His parents think he's gay. The school bully thinks he's a freak. Only his 2 best friends know the real truth. David wants to be a girl. On his first day at his new school, Leo Denton has one goal: to be invisible. Attracting the attention of the most beautiful girl in year 11 is definitely not part of that plan. When Leo stands up for David in a fight, an unlikely friendship forms. But things are about to get messy, because at Eden Park School, secrets have a funny habit of not staying secret for long. Okay, so we have our 2 main characters, David and Leo. And, well, I wanna get something out quite clear while I start this review. First of all, this review is going to contain spoilers. So if you haven't read this and it seems like something that you would be interested in reading, I recommend you go and get yourself a copy. Maybe not watch this video because obviously I don't want to spoil you. But overall, I give this 3 stars because it would have been more. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know, I mean, I definitely had some problems with it, but I do think it is important for books like this to exist because it talks about issues that young people today are dealing with, you know, like identity and gender and stuff like that, and bullying as well. So, yeah, I would recommend it if it's something that you would be interested in, but I did have some issues, and I'm going to get into those now. So, if you're still watching, that probably means either you've read it and you're ready to sit and discuss, or you haven't read it, or you're just like, I don't plan on reading this, but I want to hear what she has to say. So, what I want to say is, first of all, let's talk about David and how you want to be a girl. I suppose this isn't really a spoiler as such, but just the whole thing about, like, because obviously we know David, I'm putting air quotes around her name because obviously David is not her real name. Well, not her girl name, anyway. Okay. I'm trying to figure out a way to phrase what I want to say. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about how you want to be a girl, David. Now, I'm not a full expert on the whole, like, being transgender, because obviously I'm not transgender, I'm cisgender. I know that I'm a girl, and I've never felt that inside me that I'm really a man, but, you know, like, I'm a girl, that's it. But the last time I looked, being transgender doesn't necessarily mean you want to be the opposite gender. It means you are the other gender, but you're trapped in the other gender's body. Like, I remember somebody describing it as knowing you are one way, but people are forcing you into the costume of something else and calling you something else, but inside you know who the real you is. And that's really my issue with the whole thing. And the whole thing about how her friends know who she really is. They still call her David. They still use the masculine pronouns. And even after she comes out to Leo, I think like about halfway through, more than halfway through, you know, Leo's been going to the school for a while, and he stood up for her during a fight, because it wasn't really so much a fight, it was bullies were giving her a hard time, and they found a notebook in her bag, and basically she'd been using this notebook because she did this thing, like this inspection thing, where she like looked over her body and like saying, like she wanted like wanting to lose so much weight and what size her feet were and other parts and stuff like that. I didn't really understand. I didn't really get all that part, but she's basically looked over her body and said like made a list of things she wanted, and basically the bully started reading out the stuff that was in her notebook, and obviously Leo overheard and came over and stood up for her and stuff like that. So it was after that, and she comes out to Leo, and even after that happens, Leo still calls her David, still uses the masculine pronouns when talking to her, and it's literally only when he sees her in girls' clothes and wearing makeup and wearing a wig that he starts to ask her, so what's your girl name then? I mean, you're wearing girl clothes now, so I have to give you a girl name. And that, and then whenever she took all the makeup off and everything again, like he called her David again. Like that was just, like it's just, I don't know, like it just bothered me, because like I can understand maybe keeping up the pretense around school, because obviously she didn't want the bullies to know, she didn't want to give the bullies another excuse to make her life more of a living hell than they already were. I can understand that, but but Leo could have given her that, you know what I mean? Like her coming out like that, and Leo still calling her David instead of Kate, and still using he, him instead of she, her, and like she doesn't bother to correct him. And then whenever like I don't know, I just had an issue with that. And if you've read this, like let me know if you had an issue with that as well. And the whole thing, like Leo being a transgender boy as well, and how that happened. I do want to address that for a second, because I saw a review on Goodreads that said that the girl that Leo was with only found out after seeing his genitals. She did not see his genitals, okay? Excuse me. Hot chocolate. Anyway, like she did not see his genitals. First of all, like they were kissing and stuff, and she like went to remove his clothes, or like went to like the waistband of his trousers, and he stopped her. He stopped her and was like, "No, wait, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do anything more until I tell you the truth about me." And he tells her, I was born a girl, but obviously I was born in the wrong body. I'm really a boy. And his whole story was just absolutely heartbreaking. Like how, like what those bullies did to him was just absolutely disgusting. Like I genuinely felt so awful reading, like tying him up, and like they were cutting open his clothes, and I was just it was just awful. And it just felt, this book, one point I will give is this book definitely highlights the fact that people can be extremely cruel, and that people can be extremely cruel, and being yourself isn't always easy, and sometimes you wish that you were normal, but not everybody has their own idea of what being normal is. And I do commend this book for highlighting that, that there isn't just one way of being normal. Although the whole thing, with David and well, I've already said my thoughts on that, and just Leo only asking her what her girl name was after seeing her in girls' clothes, and then the second she wasn't in girls' clothes anymore, he went back to calling her David. Like, that was what bothered me, and the fact that David didn't say anything Or sorry that Kate didn't bother to say anything, like, doesn't matter what I've got on, like, I'm a girl, please address me as such, and that was really just my main issue with this book. And and the whole, like, David wanting to be a girl and stuff like that. I think I had more thoughts. I think I'm just, like, drained right now, because it's just, if you've seen my review for Love, Simon, you understand how drained I am right now, so I think I might shut up. Anyway, I give this book a 3-star review. Well, I didn't write a review on Goodreads, but I give it a 3-star rating on Goodreads. Let me know down in the comments if you feel the same way I do about this, but I do definitely think this is a book that everybody should read, and I do think that it's important for people to read, but do keep the things I mentioned in mind. Like, just, does anybody else feel the same way I do? Like, am I nuts? Am I nuts? But, like, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm sorry that I'm rambling. Again, if you see my review for Love, Simon, you know why. I'm just so drained. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Katie, the Introverted Reader. Remember, just because you're introverted doesn't mean you don't have anything to say. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.